Ladies, we need to have a talk. There is a rising epidemic of women that are getting way too burnt out. And I'm in the same place as you. You're probably watching this video because you're tired, you're drained. You wake up every morning at 6, you get to work, you work probably 10, 12 hours a day, and you go home, you don't even have time for yourself. You're providing for yourself, you're providing probably for your family, maybe you're a single mom, and you're fed up and you're tired and you want time for yourself. But no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you work, you can't seem to pass this glass ceiling and have the time freedom and have more abundance, have more money. And so in this video, I'm going to explain how hustle culture is toxic in a way that it doesn't only cost you your mental and physical health, but it's also killing your feminine energy. And this feminine energy is actually the source, it's gonna be the thing that is gonna give you the creativity to come up with other solutions that is gonna make your life easier. Maybe you're a business owner trying to reach a new milestone in your business. No matter how hard you work, you just can't seem to reach a new ceiling. Or maybe you're a nurse, you're working in the ER, you're working night shifts, and you're just so tired working all these endless hours and you can't seem to make more money. I feel you and I hear you. And I just want you to know that you are not alone. I've worked with hundreds of women that are in exactly your place right now, who are trying to find a solution to kind of escape this hamster wheel of constantly getting burnt out. So in this video, I'm going to be offering you a practical and also a spiritual solution to getting out of this and attracting more wealth, more success, more abundance, but also healing your feminine energy. Because don't you think it's just so ironic how feminism has sold us this dream that's taught us this whole time growing up that you gotta chase after your goals. You gotta be that girl boss and make your own money so that you can provide for yourself. You could do all these things and give yourself that dream life. But down the road, we end up being so burnt out, we don't have energy for ourselves. If you think about the word feminism, it carries the actual word feminine. But we are far from being feminine. Because what do you think is the first thing that comes to mind when you think of a girl boss? Hyper independent, really strong, stands up for herself, she hustles, she's fast, she's assertive. What area are any of these qualities feminine? We replace strength with isolation. Because when you try to tell yourself this narrative that you are this extremely strong, independent, feminine woman, you're actually pushing away a lot of the abundance. You stop asking for help, you stop forgetting to ask to receive, you don't know how to rest, you don't know how to slow down, you don't know how to be soft. And being soft and nurturing and learning how to use your intuition to ask for help, for guidance, is what is feminine. This quality, feminine energy, is our birthright. It is our natural essence that can actually help us attract way more abundance and success that you can ever even possibly imagine. I think to kind of really solidify this concept, so you know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna give you my life story and from my own personal example. 4 years ago, I just started my business. And for the longest time, for over 1.5 years, no matter how many more hours I worked, I used to work 10 to 12 hours a day. No matter how hard I worked, these 10, 12 hours, I could never surpass my 10K month. And so I realized through all this time that hard work doesn't actually mean more success. We've been taught that hard work equals success. The more you work, the more success and results that you reap. But what if I told you that that's only half of the equation? Maybe the secret isn't in working harder, it's to slow down and surrender and reflect, to take a step back and be in that feminine energy to receive and realign yourself to figure out what is the right path for you. Right now, you're pushing. you're forcing results. You're constantly trying to chase after that money. Maybe you're in your business, you're constantly trying to make 10K, 12K, 15K, or you are an ER nurse and you're just trying to work those extra hour shifts. No matter what you do, no matter how hard you work, you can't get more results. So how I was able to break free from that, I realized I had to slow down and I had to stop for a second. I meditated, I slowed down, and for a second, I actually surrendered. Surrendering isn't giving up. It doesn't mean being weak. Surrendering is allowing life to flow and letting go of control and taking the time to slow down, to stop, to journal, to meditate, to do whatever it takes to just slow down, to stop thinking about work for a second and actually realign with yourself, reconnect with yourself, and ask yourself the question, the things I'm currently right now, is it really getting me to where I want to be? You've just been preconditioned by your parents, by society, by what you think is getting you to happiness, to success. But maybe it's just burning you out and getting drained. And at one point, you keep pushing and forcing yourself that you'll end up actually getting so frustrated with yourself because you're so tired and you're not getting the results that you want that it's actually going to burn you. You're going to get sick. When you start getting sick, it's already too late. And so we want to try to prevent that from happening. So what are these solutions? The first solution is going to be a practical solution that I'll offer you right now. Right now, you are probably still selling your time for money. If your income depends on a salary, if you don't show up and you get sick or you're going on holiday, you don't get paid for your absence. And so we want to try to reframe that and come up with a solution to make passive income so that your money works for you even when you're not there, even when you lose your job or there's an emergency at home and you need to take a few days off. You want money to be working for you. And so that was the first solution that helped me during those times when business was really tough or when I was getting sick. So a good way to do that is through assets. Assets such as investing in stocks, having real estate, or creating some type of business that gives you passive income is going to help you during those tough times. I have helped over 150 women go from being burnt out in their 9-to-5 job or in their businesses, whether they were in tech, they were in medicine as ER nurses, or simply just working an admin corporate job, being drained out to now making passive income by investing in the stock market. And it only took them less than 8 weeks to learn how. So if this is something that you're curious to learn more about and you're just a beginner, you don't know anything about stocks or how to invest into assets that could generate you this passive income, click the link in the description below to get my free training and learn more about it. Now that you have the practical solution, let's move on to the spiritual solution, which is more feminine. Because a practical solution is based on logic, right? Logic is what men use to get ahead, to succeed. All they do is just grind 24/7 and hustle. But it doesn't really work for women because women are feminine, spiritual beings. We're way more intuitive. And so I want you to have, if you're not spiritual, I want you to have an open ear for a second, just to consider what I have to say now. Attracting success doesn't have anything to do with working hard. What if getting everything that your heart desires actually lies in just resting, slowing down, and taking a step back to reassess and realign with what your heart truly desires? Because up until this point, you have been controlling every single thing in your life. You've been micromanaging, you've been stressed, you've been trying to control this and that. And what has that gotten you? You're drained, you're tired. So what if the actual answer is to stop and slow down for a second, letting go of control and actually allowing life to flow naturally to you? Let's use an example. You're running your business And no matter how many hours you work, no matter how many different strategies you're trying out, your business is stagnant. It's not really growing more. You're not hitting any new milestones. What if you're currently telling a lie to yourself that this is actually the only way for you to make a lot of money? Instead, what if you just take a step back, you meditate, you journal, you reflect, and reassess if this is actually where you're going. And through that process of taking a step back and slowing down, you actually create space and clarity for your intuition to tell you what you really need in your life. During the time when I was really struggling with my business and my business was shutting down, I was only teaching how to invest in the stock market. And that was a very masculine side of me that I thought, oh, if I'm only known as this investment coach. But it didn't really align with my true character, because deep down, I love to talk about spirituality. I loved personal growth, personal development. I love to talk about feminine energy. I love to dance. I had all these different aspects of me that I loved in myself that I neglected and I suppressed because my logic and my mind told me the only way to make a lot of money is just by talking about investing. And so I took a step back and I asked myself a difficult question, like, if I just kept doing what has always been doing and it hasn't been reaching the results I want, why do I believe that if I keep doing the things that I've already done, if I keep doing it, am I going to get new results? No, because otherwise I would be in a different place than I am now. So I took a step back and I did a complete rebranding of my business. I restructured my coaching program. I incorporated healing, shadow work, feminine energy. I just incorporated all the topics that I was really passionate about. And after a month of rebranding my business, I attracted 3 times more clients than I ever did. And it came to me naturally. And now talking about my business and doing the things that I love, and for example, in this YouTube video, I'm talking about things that I'm actually passionate about. And when you start doing things that you really love to do, rather than forcing yourself to do what you think is successful, that you think is what's gonna generate your results, you're coming from a different energy. You're coming from an energy of joy, of a high vibrational energy of like you love it. It comes to you naturally. You're not forcing. Forcing is a very masculine energy. It's not an abundant energy. And for us women, we are naturally feminine. It's our natural thing. So why would we waste all this energy trying to force something that's not natural for us? The solution that you're waiting for now is learning how to surrender and let yourself flow for a second. It's gonna take a lot of courage, but once you take a step back, I'm telling you, from someone who has done this 4 times of my business going down, every single time when I stop, I step back and I reflect and re-pivot my strategy to realign with what my soul really wants. That's when I have new opportunities come my way. That's when I make the most amount of money I could possibly make. That's when I attract my dream clients. I attract new connections and opportunities, is when I am more in tune with that spiritual side of slowing down and surrendering. To really attract success is having a practical solution, but also a spiritual solution. It's combining the yin and the yang. The masculine energy of having a practical solution, of actually having the step-by-step guide, such as investing to make passive income, to make your money work for you, but also having that feminine energy of slowing down, reflecting, and reconnecting to your intuition. Combining this feminine and masculine energy to truly attract success and abundance. And this is what I call the Luna Abundance Method, which is something that I teach my clients all over the world on how to finally attract wealth in the most natural way, completely attracting wealth passively by investing in the stock market, which is the masculine side, and also healing their feminine energy, which is the feminine side. So if you want to learn more about the Luna Abundance Method, I attached the link in the description below where you can learn more about it. I'm currently looking for 10 girls right now who want to step up and level up into a new way of life, a new way of living, a life where they are financially successful, but also they have time for themselves, they feel soft, they feel in their feminine energy, and they heal from the survival mode that they've constantly been on. So if this is something that you want to learn more about, click the link in the description below, and I'm happy to reach out to you if you want to learn more about that. If this video really speaks to you on a very deep level, please share this with some of your other friends that are going through the same thing. It's so important for all of us women not to forget our superpower, which is our femininity, the essence, the softness, the nurturing side. I know feminism is great to get us to a level of independence where we could really do the things that we've always wanted to do, but don't forget that we need to slow down sometimes and not completely hustle and work like a man. There's too many men in this world who are hustling. We need more women who are soft and feminine while still having that independence. And it is possible because I'm a living example of that. So if you really enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until then, I'll see you next time.